door. There we go. Okay. Alright. Doing a bit of reshuffling for personal use, I guess. Alright, so I believe we are back. Alright. And we left off at a very kind of a biggie. Hey, welcome, man. That's where my sticky notes went to. They were under my water bottle. Alright. Alright. So we left off with a big turnaround. Battler's big old Grandmaster plan was, it was all a prank, nobody died, it's all fake. And then Erica went and ruined that. Perfectly, and then locked him in a room that he put himself in. Yeah, so Erica went and apparently killed everybody that was playing dead. Locked Battler in a sealed room, and then Battler used the Red Truth to lock himself in there, and he's currently left in the guest room with the two ways out being the door and the bathtub. And that's currently where we left him off at. And this is apparently the dude who's been talked of since the beginning of this episode. Which brings a question. It's one I thought of as soon as I closed the stream last time. Is there time travel involved in this game? Because as you're progressing the story, this was seemingly like a current event, but it was brought up during the episode as we were doing things. But it's like, was this happening during the episode, or was this just flash forwards into Futureland? Anyway, let's get to it. Maybe this will be the end of the episode, or maybe it won't. What the hell is this? Why is there suddenly this iron collar around my neck that's attached to a chain? Damn it, who would do something like that? When I reset the chain lock, it disappears. When I take it off, it appears. The chain's pretty long, so I can make it pretty far out into the hallway, but it won't let go of the door. And then if I close the door, stand on the outside and stick my hand through the crack, maybe I can figure out how to set the chain. Why have I always been so clumsy? I'm not really clumsy, it's just that me and chain locks don't go well together. Damn it, I hate chain locks. I hate chains. Why won't it work? Why can't I set the chain lock from the outside? Damn it, damn it, damn it. Yeah. I'm not good at those yells. I know I'm not. Battler-san! Battler-san! Hang in there. Hang in there. That's right. Can't get out. Beato called out the Battler repeatedly, shaking his shoulders hard, but by now, Battler's eyes were blank. The words didn't reach him. Burncastle and Erica had already left. The game was officially suspended until Battler could think of a new trick, but it was doubtful that it would be resumed even after 1,000 years or more. Okay, I'm heading off too. So long, you two. There's no need to say so long. We'll think of a trick right away, and the game will resume. We won't take up your time. So stay here a little longer, please. We've heard those same words from many witches in the past, and I've heard of hardly any who've actually managed to resume their games. As far as I know, the only two are me and Byrne. Why would a person who knows about that hell throw another person into it? Just because you're bored? Is that all? Yeah, that's all. It's to escape from boredom. Because when we get bored, we remember. We remember that hell. And, you know, by throwing someone else down into that hell, we realize that, well, we're the ones on the throwing side. And that means we aren't in that hell ourselves. If we don't keep doing that, then the fear of that hell will overwhelm us. If you two manage to get out of it, then he certainly will. I will save him. I can say it with certainty. With certainty? You swear with certainty before me. Lambda Delta, the witch of certainty? Yes, with certainty. Very well. I was the guardian for the former you, anyway. Though the current you is different, I'll take care of you one last time. I'll give you a parting gift. And what is that? Hope. As long as you hold on to your certainty, your wishes will definitely come true. Are you listening? The old you was the endless witch Beatrice. You used to love detective novels that depicted impossible crimes. And you used those to make the claim that a witch existed, to make many people believe in magic, as one stage on your path to becoming a witch. Detective novels? That's right. The old you was an avid reader. You loved detective novels, loved closed-room murders, and were a super expert on impossible crimes. You searched for and found several closed-room tricks, found the single most basic element to all of them, and used that to form the core of your magical compendium. Did Battler tell you? He said that the old you would definitely have thought of a way out of this predicament. I agree with that. I guarantee it by the name of the Witch of Certainty, Lambda Delta. The old you would definitely have resolved this closed room trick. That's my parting gift to you. Goodbye. You've sworn to the Witch of Certainty that you'll act with certainty. So I won't say farewell. I'll see you again soon. Yes. We'll see you again soon. Lambda Delta vanished into thin air. Then, in the smoking room of the witch, the two who held the title of Endless Witch were left behind. One had empty eyes. The other supported the first by his side. Ironically, it was the exact opposite of how their relationship had been in the previous game. I did notice that. And not just here, but with Erica as well. Erica being the human side and logic and magic doesn't exist, and then Battler being mage and game master now. Umineko no Nakukoro Nichido, Nocturne of Truths and Illusions. But this is the end of the episode, right? Wait, no, that would be the credits roll. Oh yeah. There's just so much shit in this show. It's a game that you can't remember it all. Keep track of it all. Huh. Seppa. What's this important announcement? Listen, Fufu. Our image song is getting released on CD. Well, ain't that a quinky dink? We were just talking about those. A liar? Yeah, it's a lie. We were just so bored of showing up the same way every time. We thought we'd change our style a bit. We're entertainers, and the stage is alive. You gotta ad-lib every now and then. You get some without that, damn it. Thanks for helping clear the tension, you two. Sorry, but we're still talking about what to do for the second trial. We'd like a little more time, and if possible, some quiet. Sorry, George-kun. Actually, we have a truly important announcement regarding the second trial. It's good news for some, but it's bad news for others. Those who which it's bad news have probably already figured it out. If you don't know what we're talking about, then it's good news for you. Shit. Beatrice-sama? It's nothing. 5 people were there. Only Battler was missing. Beato's expression was dark, and she kept hanging her head. Everyone realized that something must have happened to Battler. We'd like to announce that Battler-kun has retired before the second trial. Everyone murmured. Just what had happened? The witch's game will wait forever for him. But the pair of lovers cannot wait forever. Love is like ice cream. It's sweet and creamy, but if you don't keep it quickly, you will lose it. Our game isn't so gracious that it'll wait for him to return. So that's what you meant by good news. Well, I'm glad that we have fewer rivals now. Well, if you think I will plot someone else's misfortune, you don't know me at all. Battler-kun, the one we thought of as our greatest enemy. I won't ask why. Alright, probably because I'm facing off in the wrong direction. If the demons in charge say so, then that's how it is. Then, what will happen to Beatrice-sama? It seems I will no longer be qualified to participate in this trial. After all, this is a trial to test the bonds between lovers. Battler-kun isn't currently capable of doing that. So, his pair is disqualified. Like I said, I didn't mess with the audio settings before, so I had to readjust for each individual thing. Let me know if it works out one way or the other. So, his pair is disqualified. How truly saddening. However, she is one of the participants in this 3-way trial of love. So, I think we should let her watch the trial as an observer. A splendid idea. She does have the right to bless the pair that does overcome the trial. Are you okay with that? Yes. I want to watch until the end. And I still believe he will come back quickly, regain his qualifications to join in, and continue this trial with me once again. I think she has the right to be an observer. No objections here. There's no need for us to be cruel. But even so, we've lost a powerful rival. Sorry to you two, but I'd like to settle this trial right away. That's George-kun for you. I'm rooting for you the most on the inside. The coldness with which he furnishes his love makes its heat stand out all the more. At any rate, we've now gone from 3 down to 2, and three-way deadlock has been resolved. We weren't able to fight proactively because we were afraid of a 1-against-2 situation. Now that it's 1-against-1, it's just a good, clean duel. So in the end, we come to the simple conclusion that we should have just done this from the start. The 4 people stood up as though responding to some invisible summons, and faced each other glaring. Only Beato was off to the side, watching the course of the young lovers' fight in suspense. Each pair of lovers possessed an unbreakably strong bond. Then, isn't that enough? Their love is already real. There's no need to test it. So, why must they fight? The winners will be bound together by a magical miracle, and the defeated will fall apart. Why have the demons promised us that we'll fall apart without a magical miracle? Why is a demon's game like this necessary? I don't understand. No, these people aren't important right now. I have to think of a trick for escaping as soon as possible, so that I can save Battler-san from that closed room. I heard about Battler. It seems things have gotten quite troublesome. One-sama. I would like to save you, both as my dear sister and as a part of my full self. I will tackle the puzzle of Battler's closed room in my own way, but it is difficult. It feels almost as though an ordinary chain has been made to look like a wire puzzle. I heard from Lambadelta-san. She said that the old Beatrice would definitely be able to solve this with a trick. Don't you have any ideas? That old Beatrice is our completed form after we become one. Even I am not but a part of her. I cannot solve it. In other words, no matter how much we think in our incomplete forms, we won't be able to understand. Both the older and the younger sister have no way of solving this riddle. Beato shook her head, chasing that thought from her mind. I won't give up. That closed room rapidly eats away at the heart. Unless I can save Battler-san as soon as possible, his heart will be crushed. Of course, I have no reservations towards lending my own wisdom. However, even I cannot make anything out of this closed room. If we put our heads together, I'm sure we'll find the same answer that we would if we were joined. Please, don't give up, and lend me your wisdom. I still cannot understand why you are willing to go so far for Battler, but I shall do as you ask. After all, it is a request made by myself. I will add my wisdom to yours. Look, Fufu. The 2 Beatos are thinking together. I wonder if those 2 can really save Battler. Oh, they can. If they have the miracle of love, that is. That's right, Seppa. They certainly can do it if they have the miracle of their love on the side. Or something like that. Hey, Fufu. Do you think they'll realize that we're giving them a hint for solving that closed room? The 2 Beatos huddled together, and straining their minds with all they had, They searched for a plan for saving Battler. It was as though they couldn't even see the four people glaring at each other and solemnly discussing the manner of the duel. They'll realize. If they have love, they certainly will. They were the demons of love. Love is the single element, the source of all miracles. Could a miracle of love provide an answer for a closed room trick? There it is again. Without love, it cannot be seen. I get how that catchphrase works as an abstract concept, but closed room tricks are part of a genuine, ruthless mathematical puzzle without room for a fragment of affection within it. Just what kind of hint could these demons be talking about? I already have a certain answer. What these demons have said supports that even further. Yeah, okay, you're incredible. You always know the right answer, and you'll never tell me any of it. Going by the rule of observers until you tell me about it. It's possible that you're just pretending that you know and lying. Yes, I believe I do prefer a bad mouth, Miko. Very well, child of man. To me, a Miko's sarcasm and abuse is like a ceremonial dance in my honor. You really are an irritating master. Stupid Oni-chan. Why'd you make a closed room like that yourself? Think, child of man. Thinking is not only a job for the characters within the tale. As a reader, you too have the right to enjoy thinking. And I enjoy watching you as you do. I'm willing to make a bet. Oh yeah, that reminds me. My bet would have failed. It is not the end in 5 minutes. I'm willing to make a bet. Your last Miko ran out of patience and ran away from you, didn't she? You were free to enjoy yourself, you were also free to worry over the problem, along with the two Beatos. Unless you think the tale will not continue. Why? I'm a reader, right? Can't I just stay quiet and read? No. I want you to think. I want you, the reader, to think too. I see. You're a pretty unpleasant author, aren't you? Of course, Angie hadn't reached the end of the manuscript she was reading. However, it would end with just a few pages more. What about the rest of the tale? It should continue much further than this. There should be many more pages remaining. Those were inside a different brown envelope, which was in Hachijo's hand. With a grin on her face, Hachijo waved the thick brown envelope about. If you want to read more, do what I tell you. Cool. Hey man, welcome, welcome. Cool. Looks like she got you, lady. Letting you read only so far for free, and then stopping when it finally gets to the good part. Amakusa couldn't stop laughing at this evil business practice. Your own views and reasoning. That's what I want. If you tell me those now, I'll hand over the rest of the manuscript. Quit mocking me. You think I'll just do whatever you say after something like this? Come on now, lady. Calm down. I want to read on too, so please just chill a bit. About the rest of the manuscript, Madam Hachijo. You write about the answer to the closed room trick and the truth behind a bunch of riddles, right? Of course. However, I've written it so that those who fail to think or consider won't understand. Someday, your passionate readers are going to say you've betrayed them. I understand that, which is why I don't go out in the open, child of man. Anyway, this is what Madame Hachijo is trying to say. First, tell me your answer. Afterwards, you can check to see if it's right. Correct, young man. It is not my intention to be mean. I ask this because I want you to truly understand the tale's conclusion. You're really enjoying this, aren't you, Amakusa? Yeah, come to think of it, you always take those TV quiz shows totally seriously, trying to win them from your couch. I've never been that way. I guess life's many times more fun for you than it is for me. Different kinds of fun. Come, please think. What miraculous trick could get Battler out of that closed room? I want to give the rest of the story, especially to those. No, only to those who have thought. Only to those who have thought, huh? In the Witch's Cathedral? No, considering everything that's gone on in here. Maybe it should be called the Demon's Abode. Erica, who wanted to savor the memory of her perfect victory, stood with the whole vast cathedral to herself as the flush slowly left her cheeks. Then, though she thought herself alone on that balcony, she saw a shadow. It was Lambda Delta. Oh, it's you, Lady Lambda Delta. It's not often one finds you alone in a place like this. Oh, it's you. Congratulations on your big victory. That's strange. I think I remember saying the same thing to you right here at the end of the last game. That wasn't exactly a compliment. However, Erica was in such a good mood that even those words sounded like one. I happened to hear what you said a short while back. What? I heard that you have also had the experience of being toyed with as a piece on some great witch's game board and sealed away in some awful hell. Erica had a crude, triumphant look on her face, as though she'd managed to pry into some embarrassing memory from the other's past. However, Lambda Delta didn't look in the least bit flustered, and instead gazed down from the balcony in silence. I have. I wonder how many years I was shut up in there. Maybe I should have counted them like Burn. No, it's probably best that I didn't. Counting the years is what made Burn break. Are you saying that my master also fell into the hell of the logic error at some point? She did, though she wasn't the one responsible for that logic error. Because she wasn't the game master? That's right. At that time, she was still in a small piece that wasn't even self-aware yet. It was her master, the game master, who committed the logic error. My master was also a witch's piece? Yeah. That kid's master is another bad one. Well, she created the game herself. Partway through, she lost sight of what her goal was. She ended up creating something like a broken game of backgammon, where the start and goal were connected like a donut. What do you mean, she lost sight of her goal? I'm talking about the logic error. In her backgammon game, she was unable to draw up a line of logic describing how to reach the goal she desired. Higurashi spoilers. Oh, we are reading things somewhat out of order, so I guess a callback is okay, but I don't know. That's on the agenda after Umineko. Yeah, that's like, I bet I probably have enough for an entire year of this stuff, if it goes at this rate. I'm talking about a logic error. In her backgammon game, she was unable to draw a line of logic describing how to reach the goal she desired. So, the game remained broken, with no goal at all. In that case, she should have quieted down and thought of an answer herself. Instead, she despicably left even the thinking entirely to her piece, Burn. Have you heard of the infinite monkey theorem? That's a fun one. It's a theory, no, an absurdity, arguing that if a monkey hits random letters on a typewriter for an infinite amount of time, he'll probably end up with the exact same set of letters as Hamlet by coincidence, sooner or later. Wouldn't that be a horrible hell? Burn was forced to type randomly on a typewriter for an eternal period of time without even knowing the meaning of what she was doing. The Game Master was trying to get Burn to create a goal that this Game Master hadn't even thought of. Could Erica even imagine how horrible a hell that would have been? A job you have to do 100 times, a job with a 1 in 100 chance of success that you have to keep doing repeatedly. Probabilistically, they may look very similar, but the difference in cruelty between them is great. When you have to do a job 100 times, you steadily approach the end, get more efficient as you become more used to it, and it eventually does end. However, a job that succeeds with a 1 in 100 probability doesn't reflect the hard work of the individual in the slightest. Everything is left to luck. In the worst case scenario, even the task of flipping a coin until you get heads can last more than 100 years. How many keys are on a typewriter? About 100, maybe. What do you think the odds are of hitting those at random and getting Hamlet? I can't even imagine. They must be unbelievably small. That's right. That's where the infinite part comes into play. It's not really any different from an endless span of time. For that dizzying sort of time, that child was forced to keep pounding on that typewriter until she typed out a miracle. And that's why she's the Witch of Miracles? If she hadn't been a witch, no, and she hadn't been capable of becoming a witch, she would probably still be a black cat strapped to that typewriter for eternity. That child was blessed by a miracle, succeeded in typing out a miracle, became a witch, and returned from that hell alive. So that's why she has a tail. She was originally a cat or something. That hell was so long and harsh that her mind was completely broken. That's why she became such a mean and heartless witch. Even you would dislike your master if given the choice, right? That's not true. I am honored to be my master's piece. My master's a powerful persecutor. Trampling over the weak is her natural right. Because she's a human on the bully side of life? Do you know how to create a great bully? No. It's easy. Bully them horribly, even if it's just for a short time. Then suddenly stop and give them power. If you do that, then no matter who it is, they'll be reborn as a mighty bully. Even if you only bully them for about 3 days, you'll get them to believe that they're still a bullied kid for 100 million times longer than that, and they'll reign as the mightiest of bullies. What does that have to do with my master? You don't understand anything about Burn. No matter what kind of ruthless, cruel, horrible scum Burn may be, I want to be the one person who knows what she's truly like. And the same goes for me. I think that kid, as a fellow survivor from hell, is the only one who can understand what I'm truly like. It sounds like you're jealous of the relationship we have, but give it up. The hell you think you've trudged through is nothing more than a blink compared to the one we crawled out of. This time, Erica was probably the one being mocked. The discouraged expression on her face clearly showed that she couldn't accept Lambda Delta's words. If you'll pardon me for saying, I think it's the depth of the hell that's important, not the length of time spent there. You think so? Witch of Truth, Erica? I don't know what kind of hell you were in, Lady Lambda Delta. And I'm sure the time I spent in hell was nothing more than a blink compared to yours. However, I don't think the depths of my hell were any shallower than yours. In part to celebrate your victory, I'll listen to what you have to say without arguing back. From my point of view, both the hell my master fell into, which could only be escaped from with a miracle, and the hell you fell into, which I don't know about, but could be escaped from with certain willpower, were hells made to be escapable. That's pretty bold, coming from you. I am the Witch of Truth. My hell was nothing more or less than the truth. When faced with the harsh reality of truth, no sort of willpower or miracle matters. I have reached this place by overcoming that truth. I don't believe my power of withstanding the truth is in any way inferior to yours or my master's. So what is this power to withstand the truth? Those who don't know cannot understand. Perhaps you two couldn't become witches of truth because you couldn't bear to look at it directly. I'll forgive you for those impudent words. Letting them pass with a slight nod is my present to you for your recent victory. Thank you very much, great Lady Lambda Delta. Oh, that's unusual. It's rare to spot you two getting along. At some point, Berncastle had appeared on the opposite balcony of the cathedral. Erica, noticing her, cried, "My master!" happily and dashed over. Lady Lambda Delta was telling me old stories about you. A tale of miracles fitting for my master, the Witch of Miracles. I'll forgive you just this once. Huh? Never speak of my past again. A grimace rose to her face and blasted Erica's good mood away. Then she understood. Berncastle was also a witch running from boredom. If it caught up with her, she would remember those never-ending days of hell. This is proof that even my master still hasn't gotten over the pain and fear of hell. It means that she lacks the power to withstand the truth. For the first time, Erica felt just a little disdain for her master. My apologies. More importantly, why have you come to a place like this? I was looking for you. I wanted to give you a reward. A reward? Really? Thank you very much, my master. Oh? Well, I'm jealous. What are you going to give her? First, I acknowledge your ascension as a true witch, not just a temporary one. I'll be your guardian, Witch of Truth, Furudo Erica. Thank you very much. All you did was remove the temporary bit. How happy can she be with a reward like that? You've got to want something more spectacular than that, right? No, that's not true. I'm very happy already. Of course, on the inside, Erica did want another present. Mimicking Lambda Delta, she looked at her master to see if any further rewards would be coming. I do have one other. Berncastle snapped her fingers. As she did, a cloud of gold butterflies gathered, and summoned Battler sitting on a throne at the center of the cathedral. Of course, his eyes were blank. He was still a shell of himself, his heart trapped in the closed room that he would never be able to escape from. That man is your reward. My reward is Battler? Oh, I see. You're saying you'll make it so that Erica inherits all of this game board's territory. That's right. Lord, look at Battler's finger. He's wearing the ring of the one-winged eagle, symbol of the territory lord. If that becomes yours, you'll become the official lord of this territory. I don't mean you'll be under my charge. In name and reality, this territory will be yours. So, I need to take that ring off Battler's finger? Don't be stupid. There's only one ceremony where a woman gets a ring from a man's finger, right? Erica, take Battler as your husband and become the wife of the territory lord. Take Battler as my... Yeah, that's right. If the territory lord is never to wake again, he'll need a partner to serve by his side and in his place. In other words, you will control this territory. So, we'll hold a wedding and exchange rings. Battler's territory lord ring will become yours. In exchange, you will put a ring of subordination on Battler's finger. You will control and humiliate him forever, and create as many tales however you like, using his territory and game board. The territory lord, Furudo Erica. Any tale you wish will come true. The territory lord is God. Congratulations. You're going to become the god of this small but wonderful world. Is that true, my master? Will I become this world's god? That is the final reward I will give you. Take Battler's ring and create your own world. When that happens, you won't be my piece anymore. You'll be your own witch, and a splendid one at that. Congratulations, Lady Erica. And one day, you must welcome me when I come to visit, just like Beato once did. Yes, my master. There could be no greater honor. And I'm starting to like this marriage thing. If you think about it, there could be no greater disgrace. After all, that Beatrice has apparently grown a desire to serve Battler and be liked by him. In the world that was created, I'll marry, defile, and humiliate Battler. Oh yes, I understand. I so understand how painful it feels to have the one you love stolen away from you. And now, I'm finally the one dealing out the pain. Truly, there could be no greater honor. I'm glad you like it. I knew it was the one present you liked most in the world. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My master. Erica leapt down from the balcony and walked briskly towards Battler. Then she peered down at the reward she had been given. Isn't that a wonderful finale? You'll have a wedding, right? Of course. A magnificent one. The perfect way to end Beato's game. Of course. You'll send Beato an invitation too, right? Let's hope she actually comes. Okay. Things are going to get busy. We have to prepare for the ceremony. Make programs, send invitations. Don't forget the wedding dress and a cake. And you need to get things ready for the reception. The two witches disappeared, cackling. Only the two who were to be wed remained in the cathedral. Can you hear this, Butler-san? Do you realize what's about to happen to you? Damn it. Battler's consciousness wasn't completely gone. It was very distant, but he was faintly tethered to reality. And that was what made it cruel. It was as cruel as though the spider called Erica had wrapped Battler up and was eating him while he was still conscious. No, she might have been like certain kinds of wasp. It was the cruelty of paralyzing the prey while it still lived, so that she could save him for later and eat him. In other words, her cruelty was that of a predator. You can't get out of that closed room. After all, you used all that red truth to show that it was closed. So don't worry, just let yourself be trapped in there forever. Because while you do, I'll be giving your body some good, long humiliation. Let's have a mirror in our bedroom. That way you can see just how you're being humiliated with your own eyes. And let's have a birdcage hanging from the ceiling. We can stick your beloved witch Beatrice in there. What do you think? Wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, I understand. This is how sweet it is to be standing on the other side. As she listened to this mad laugh, Battler couldn't even bring a distressed expression to his face. His heart was still trapped in the closed room he had created. His body and soul would soon be trapped within a new closed room of Erica's. A closed room called marriage. Uh-huh. That sucks. That really sucks. Hey, did you hear, Furfur? I sure did, Zepar. Lord Battler and Lady Erica are having a wedding. Their words were so similar to their usual shtick that Beto had to ask them to repeat it again. What do you mean? As you know, the territory lord of this place has had his heart sealed away and cannot speak. It seems the beautiful Lady Erica is going to become his wife and support him in his work. The two demons explained the situation in a very simple yet dramatic way. I know what's going on. They're planning to take advantage of the fact that Battler's heart is sealed away, and use mirrors to lock up his body as well, so that they can steal everything from him. At this rate, Battler's position as Game Master and his territory lord's ring will be stolen away. That little thief thinks she can do whatever she wants. Let's steal him back. This doesn't concern me, but if it affects you, then it's my business too. Just stealing his body back won't do you any good. After all, the great Lady Burngus has already signed the marriage certificate as a witness. With a great witch of the Senate serving as a witness, no one can dispel that union unless one of the pair wills it. So, as I thought, unless I can rescue Battler-san's heart from that closed room, there's no way we can save him. Then find a way to rescue him from there. You're going to steal away the bridegroom? Ah, how wonderful. If you can do that, it would make for a tale beautiful enough for the opera. However, this closed room stealing Battler is quite difficult. The only way out is the door. As the chain is unset, his escape will not be accepted. And on top of that, the chain can't be set from the outside. And now there's no one left to switch places with him. No matter how you look at it, we're stuck. If we give up, we won't be able to save him. The only way we can save him now is to keep thinking. Though Beato looked as though she was about to burst into tears, she clenched her fists tightly. She was so frustrated at her inability to think up any brilliant plan that her heart felt as though it would burst. Zepar and Furfur, you two are known for being among the most powerful of demons. They say your magic can make the impossible possible. Couldn't you use your power and knowledge to work out a plan for crushing this impossible closed room? They're busy dancing around and talking to Ken and Shannon. Yes, love can accomplish any impossible thing. If you can't accomplish something, it means you lack enough love. Hearing that hurts. But we're moved by the strength of will that prevents you from giving up. Because you have that, we're sure you can bring about the miracle. Can't you at least give us some sort of hint about that miracle? We've known each other for quite some time. Can't you at least give my little sister a hint as a parting gift? We are always giving out hints. Without love, they cannot be seen. Yes, we can't see, which is why I'm telling you to show us. These two are always like this. You'll never get bored, but they can be very irritating at times like these. Zepar and Furfur certainly were demons who possessed a great power. The power of love that they bestowed had created several miracles in the past. Miracles so great that they left marks on human history. However, those miracles were never given easily. They would give trials, tell riddles, and sometimes help the truth be realized, so that those who desired power could create that power themselves. No matter how pitiful the eyes that looked up at them, the two demons would never lend their power out of pity. As it is with gods, so it is with demons. They help those who help themselves. I understand. I'll think about it myself. I will certainly. See, demons? Look at this modern, pure-hearted girl. As the demons of love, don't your hearts hurt even a little? Let's have a hint. Or could you at least give us a hint to a hint? They'll just repeat the same line. Zepar and Furfur looked to each other. Of course, there was no pity on their faces. However, it could be seen that, though they did find the problem amusing, they were considering what they should do next. What'll we do, Furfur? Can we just give a hint to a hint? Yes, that will do nicely. So let's have it. Okay. Here's a present from Zepar and Furfur. A hint to a hint of love. But please, you can't see the answer. Because you don't have enough love. I told you not to end like that. And if you don't have enough love, why don't you watch some lovers who are overflowing with it? Yes, unfortunately, we have two groups of lovers right here with us. Why don't we take a peek at their fight for love? You should watch over and observe our trial. I told you not to hint like that. Beato the Elder yelled at them, asking for a more tangible hint. However, Zepar and Furfur just giggled and ran about like rats. However, Beato took their hint to to a hint seriously. Now that the Beatos were out of it, the second trial was between George and Shannon on one side, and Jessica and Cannon on the other. Tear apart the two who are close. In other words, defeat one of the members on the opposing team. They were allowed to use any method they wanted. It could be a duel, or it could be rock, paper, scissors. The four of them had alternated between speaking together, then splitting up and discussing things amongst their teams, and had, apparently, finally reached a decision. Zepar, Furfur, do you have a second? Oh, they finally called out to us. So, George, have you decided on a format for the duel? No matter how much the two demons cheered the four of them on in a joking manner, their serious expressions did not waver. Yes, we've decided to hold a duel. The duel will take place between Shannon and me. That's surprising. For a one-on-one duel, we would have thought that George and Jessica would have fought. These guys really wanted it to be them, and they wouldn't listen. As a man, I can't stand being unable to do anything but watch. However, Shannon's resolve will not waver, so we have no choice but to respect their decision and believe in them. Cannon-kun, thank you so much for believing in me. I've always thought that if we had to fight each other directly someday, it should be done like this. And we realized that that day is today. Of course, we might have been able to avoid this day. However, now this day has come. So, we won't run away. That's right. I'm not running away. So I'll be right here. Me too. I've placed my faith in Shannon, so I have nothing more to say. And even if Shannon is the one fighting, our power is one. So, we'll be fighting together. Yes, that's right. I'm just representing the pair of us. If the lovers have decided, even we demons will not butt in. So, how would you like to settle this duel? You don't mean that you want to have a literal duel, do you? At once, both Shannon and Cannon nodded. And the method? That doesn't matter, as long as it's a fight to the death. If possible, we would like to be peaceful, without suffering. And we would like to avoid wounding each other unnecessarily before one of us dies. Zepar, we should be the ones to oversee this noble duel. True. We understand, you two. We will propose a noble duel, one that will honor your noble spirits. When Zepar clapped loudly, a case with an old design appeared in the air and landed between Shannon and Cannon. Furfur nodded at them, urging them to open it. Cannon crouched down and opened the case. There were some antiques inside. They would have looked splendid hanging on the wall at some classy coffee shop. However, they were not mere decorations now. These are dueling pistols? I see. Just perfect for a duel. Inside the case were two dueling pistols. Ancient, like the kind used in the Middle Ages. Yes, this was the dueling pistol case, that only those who wished for a fight to the death were allowed to open. They have one bullet each. As you requested, we have imbued them with magic. They have magical bullets. which will bring certain and painless death, no matter where on your body they hit. Thank you very much. You are most merciful. And what if we both miss? Normally, that would be a draw. However, such a thing is not allowed in our trial. If you both miss, you will come back, and we will give you new bullets. This will repeat until one of you is dead. I have no objections. Me neither. I'm glad. This means we can finally settle this. Ushumiya George, I recognize you as Shen's. No, Sayo's witness. Understood. Ushumiya Jessica, I recognize you as Cannon's. No, Yoshia's witness. Sure. We are responsible for this duel. It is our responsibility to see that this duel reaches a decision, no matter what. When Zepar and Furfur cried these words out, the whole area was blanketed in a gold-colored light, and when it cleared, it had become the rose garden where golden roses bloomed. A duel over love, is it? How old-fashioned they are. I have seen many duels with pistols during my 1,000 years, but I have never seen one like this. Because it's being overseen by demons? No. A duel over love is usually a fight between two people, both in love with the same single person. That's when this duel would make sense. However, here we have a pair of lovers fighting another pair of lovers. This is quite odd. Yeah. I'm sure it's because they want a miracle of magic. It seems we cannot be successful in love without such a miracle. Do you know the minimum number of people needed to create the universe? Huh? No, I don't. I think it's 3. It's either 2 or 3. Shannon and Cannon each took a pistol out of the case, returned to their respective witnesses, and checked the weapons over. Then, when they both decided that there were no problems, they checked once more to make sure that their opponent was prepared, and nodded to each other. If there are no problems, let the duelists stand back to back, then walk the decided number of steps away from each other. Then the duel will begin on our signal. Zepar, how many steps should they walk? Good question. Well, maybe we should choose a number that's closely bound to this duel. A number closely bound? What number is that? It's a number we know of well. It's that number which has been repeated over and over again since the time this tale began. That number is 19. 19? That's an interesting number. 19. It was 17 and then 18. 18 plus x, 19, so yeah, that's an interesting number. I like it. It's a good number to settle everything with. It is a prime number too. 19. Whenever the illusion of a 19th person was seen on this island, on which only 18 people were supposed to be, this number was used to refer to the witch. It was the number of years needed to create this tale. It was the number of years it took to reach this unavoidable day. And it was the age of the true territory lord of this world. They'll stand across from each other, then walk 19 steps, and shoot. That's pretty far. At that distance, the first one to shoot won't necessarily be the winner. I bet they shoot 19 times at each other. If one of us shoots first and misses, that will probably be the end for them. And if it hits, this easy game can be won without even getting a scratch. Well then, duelers, stand with your backs together. Shannon and Cannon slowly walked towards each other, facing each other. Once they turned away, they wouldn't see the other's face again until they killed them. So, this face-to-face meeting would never happen again. Thanks for everything. Getting to have a little brother like you was fun. Thank you for letting me be me. Thank you for showing me color in the world of gray. Why will be born, I wonder. It would have been better if we died right after being born. That's father's sin, isn't it? Yeah. So he can just die. Let them all die. Yeah. Everyone will die. It'll happen very soon. And right after, everyone will revive, and we'll be able to see them again. We aren't birds in a cage anymore. We will finally leave our cage and fly off to our separate worlds. I should have had a duel like this with you long ago. Surely, today is the day. Yeah, it's today. October 5th, 1986. The fated day. The day that one of us will die. Or maybe we both shoot at the same time and both die. No, that might not be so bad. Even that wouldn't be bad at all. Right. After all, even if that happens, our loves will surely be made complete. Did we really need to have this duel? No. We did. Barely. You said it yourself. We should have done this much sooner. Go ahead and place your bets. Who's gonna win? They both die? Just Cannon? Just Shannon? They both miss for eternity? Place your bets. I got mine written down. Oh, right. Because to me, you are just in the way now. Why? A good analogy for this is they're both standing and staring at each other. You're in my way. No, you're in my way. In like an entirely open field. Get out of my way. No, you get out of my way. Just problem solved. But I guess it has to be decided by a duel to the death. For the first time, the intent to kill flashed through the eyes of both. Why? For what reason? Why must such a day come for this pair that seems so much like siblings, connected by a bond different from love? It was a great mystery. As great a mystery as the question of how this could be the key towards unlocking Battler San's closed room. If I watch over this duel instead of running away, will I find the key to solving that closed room? I will, right? Zepar song, Furfur song. The cathedral was beautifully decorated for the wedding between the Territory Lord, Lord Battler, and Lady Erica. Go guys! Hey, long time no see. A crowd of guests wearing goat masks filled the cathedral, waiting for the arrival of the bride and groom. As befitted a demon's wedding, it was neither solemn nor quiet, but cheery and noisy, brimming with activity. I wonder what Beato is doing. I hear she has gone to see Zepar and Furfur. Since that powerful pair controls love, they could force even a demon king to retreat. I do hope they provide to be helpful in some way. I know all about those two. I think you know as well as me that they won't hand over their powers easily. True. However, that is precisely why they are capable of granting a power that can lead to miracles. At any rate, if we can just free Battler-kun's heart from that closed room, we should be able to manage something here. Closed rooms are your favorite, are they not, Cat? Theory. It doesn't work. At any rate, if we can just free Battler-kun's heart from that closed room, we should be able to manage something here. Closed rooms are your favorite, are they not, Gap? Can you think of any tricks? This is a nasty one. Battler and Erica have been dropping red truths all over the place. I can say for certain that it's impossible to escape from the inside of one's own. On one's own. So, after all, the only way is to have someone else trade places with them and set the chain. If someone does appear like that, saving Battler should be easy. There's a full 11 people, right? Those 11 are sealed on the second floor of the guest house. If we could somehow slip them out of there. I see. Solving the problem of Battler-sama's closed room is equivalent to solving the problem of either closed room on the guest house second floor. Exactly. Limiting your thoughts to just Battler's guest room would be like getting trapped in a mental closed room of your own. The closed room we need to break open to save Battler isn't the guest room. It's the closed rooms in the guest house. Hey, glasses. Most unfortunately, we of Aesir and Jungfrau have been placed in charge of the two rooms in the guest house. And you guys specialize in seals and barriers. However, that was quite impressive, Miss Gap. You realize that the closed room you should destroy to save Battler is in the guest house. The ceremony will begin soon, but why not reconstruct the scene as a way to kill time until then? Are you sure about this? Doesn't this violate the obligation of confidentiality you have as Lady Erica's pieces? That is no problem. Surely, if you first have the seals around the scene confirmed and fall into despair, you will be able to celebrate the ceremony more sincerely. How confident. I'll take that challenge. Leah, let's have ourselves a little snack before the ceremony. With that, dear ladies of Einzern, we humbly ask that you reconstruct the scene for us. We hear and obey. This is the cousin room. The next room over has the exact same layout. Carry out your inspection however you please. This room has Genji, Koda, Cannon, and then Kraus, Rudolph, and Jessica, for a total of 6 people. The next room over has Hideyoshi, George, Shannon, Kumasawa, and Najo, for a total of 5 people. Don't be stupid, everyone. Who's in this room doesn't matter anymore. We need to find out how to escape from it. You're right. The door and windows are sealed, so we must somehow escape from some other place. You know what? I know all about how you heaven people like to use momentum to dodge issues. This is no closed room, right? Please, allow me to speak. Let it be known that the closed rooms in our charge are perfect. You were in charge of the window seals of Kinzo's room last game, right? Just how did Battler let Kinzo escape from that room? That was no fault of Cornelius. The blame rests on her superior, me. This is exactly the same as Kinzo's study. It's the windows. This closed room can be broken by the windows. This trick of yours is just plain obvious. How? Lady Erica sealed the entire room, right? That means the entire room is sealed, including the windows. I see. It would seem that we have been misinterpreting the definition of these seals. Closed rooms sealed by packing tape are not impossible to break. They form no prison. Alright, see you later, man. We'll only be on for a few more minutes, but glad you could stick around. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been thinking. Just, it's not a physical barrier, it's just preventing you, telling you when something happened. That's it, exactly. Seals definitely prove that a room is a closed room. However, they don't prove that the room will remain as such. They only prove that the room is a closed room as long as the packing tape is not broken. We are not trying to deceive you in any way. As long as the packing tape is intact, they are guaranteed to be closed rooms. That is all. Then why the windows? Why is it that we can break this closed room with the windows? It's simple. We just tear the packing tape apart and jump out. I don't know what the outside wall of the guest house is like, but it must have enough of a foothold for that girl to crawl up it and stick packing tape on the outside without anyone noticing. If we break the packing tape, we will immediately know that the seal has been broken. And we have already proven that the seals were intact at the time of Battler's logic error. True. It's true that at that time you proved that the seals weren't broken. That's how you tricked us into thinking that these were closed rooms. The logic of seals equals closed room doesn't always apply. Yap's specialty was dealing with the finishing blow in closed room mysteries. She leaned back and looked down at short Dillonor as though a challenge such as this was like taking candy from a baby. Dillonor looked up at her with a bold expression, and sparks flew between them. What do you mean? Seals equal closed room is wrong. That's insane. Remember, Mia, which seals did Erica and the others show us at that time? Which seals did they show were still intact? I see. This is the sort of falsification that the Great Court of Heaven likes to practice. I cannot let that remark pass. What is your complaint? Come on, I've been saying it this whole time. It's the windows. It's true that you people used those seals to seal them in. That included the windows. And at that time, you added those seals that counted as proof. So far, so good. But you know what? After that, anyone in this room could have done it. Who was here again? Genji, Goda, Kan, Kraus, Rudolph, and Jessica. It could have been any one of them. All they had to do was tear the packing tape on the window, slip out from there, and save Battler. But at the time of the logic error, it was proven that the seals were intact. Incorrect. At that time, Lady Erica only verified the status of the seals on the doors. Yes, come to think of it, at that time, Lady Erica just showed the doors of the two rooms and claimed that the seals were intact for each. She never mentioned the seals on the windows. That's correct. It's probably true that the seals on the doors and windows were perfectly secure when they were added. However, at the time of the logic era, you only confirmed the status of the seals on the doors. In other words, since the time Erica left the guest house, it was not forbidden for someone to break through the windows and leave whenever they wished. What do you say? I've got you now, haven't I? This is how you do things. Commander Delano, it's nearly time. It seems the bride and groom have arrived. This ends our chat. We will meet again later. I like Dillinor. With a happy-looking grin on her face, Dillinor turned around. But that must have hit her where it hurts. Gap wouldn't let her get away. She grabbed the other's shoulder. Wait there. Tell us whether or not the seals on the windows were still set at the time of the logic era. If you don't, anyone in that room could have saved Battler. And who do you think would have been capable of such a rescue? It doesn't matter who. And just by personal preference, I'll name Cannon-kun. He seems agile, and hiding his presence is his specialty. He's the perfect person to follow after Erica and quickly come to Battler-kun's rescue. Cannon? Impossible. Impossible? Come now, we can't trust what you say with normal words. Use the red truth. Swear upon that red longsword of yours. Miss Cap, a sacred wedding is about to begin here. You've asked me to draw my sword in a sacred place such as this. How inelegant and rude. Let's do this some other time. Goodbye. It's possible for Cannon to save Battler. After Erica sealed the room, he left by the window, switched places with Battler-kun in the guest room, set the chain lock, and hid in the closet. Impossible. The window seals were also intact. Of course, this is at the time of the logic error. Gap's rapid reverse roundhouse that followed her blue wedge crossed with Dilinor's red longsword, and both pointed at the other's throat. The once peaceful mood of the wedding broke apart. Several goat guests whispered to each other, wondering why those two seemed to be fighting. Goats are awesome. Okay, so you can counter that. Why didn't you just say so in the first place? We thought that Beatrice might eventually reach that thought, then barge in on the wedding with that as the key to Battler's escape. I did not think that you would press us first and force us to show our hand. You two fight dirty, don't you? You were trying to trap Beato by making her suspect the windows, then turn the tables on her. What else should a human who guards the bridge be expected to do? Are you satisfied now? A demon world-style wedding truly is vulgar and barbaric. If you would excuse us. Wait up. You haven't fooled me yet. When you mentioned window seals just now, you were talking about the ones on the room where Cannon was. The cousin room, right? Then what about the windows in the next room over? All you've done is shown that the rescue would have been impossible for Cannon. There's still a chance for the humans in the next room over. Oh, very persistent. We apologize for our rudeness. We are the Chiesto sisters, Imperial Guards, in charge of security at this ceremony. I'm afraid I must ask you both for your stamped invitations. Dillinor A. Knox. I am with the bride's party. Here is my stamped invitation. Also, here are my credentials as bodyguard to the bride. Confirmed as Chief Knox. Welcome to Lord Battler's wedding. I think now might be a good time to stop. But yeah. It hurt her. Impossible. The window was locked. And the bunnies are back. They're bringing everybody out for this wedding, I guess. But before we go, a couple of points. One that brain up from a while ago. Burncastle and Lambda Delta. Eric was talking about how they are averting their eyes from the truth. And yeah, as long as you keep hiding and running from something that is fearful of you, save for an actual physical element trying to kill you, or some such, you'll never overcome that fear. They keep running away from the hell, and they keep remembering it, and they don't want to. They want to stay away from it. And it's like Inception. Don't think about elephants. What are you thinking about? Elephants? So it's like, don't think about it, 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 don't think about it. All you're doing is not thinking about it, which doesn't help. So face it, accept that it happened, accept that it is over, and that's this point where you can move on and take the next step and have it be just a footnote in your life. And it will no longer hold any power over you. It's that simple, not necessarily that easy, but that's the only step you need to take, and then just keep going with it. And soon, all the bad times, all the bad things you've been thinking about, yes, they happened. Yes, they were very traumatizing, but they're no longer here. They no longer are affecting me. I am choosing not to be affected by this bad thing that happened. I'm no longer letting it control my life. Set it aside, and then take control of your own life and move on. And the only way you can do that is to face the truth and accept it as it is or was. And then you create your own truth and move on from there. That's something I did want to say, but I didn't find a good spot to say it. I still don't quite get what the Ken and Shannon duel is about. It just seems so pointless. There's no reason for it in any logistical sense. I don't know, it's weird. I don't get it. Anywho, that'll be it for today and this week. I'll pick up next time on Sunday with a Lazy Sunday. See you guys then, or whenever. See you later, guys. Have fun. And maybe eventually we'll finish Umineko at some point. It keeps going. It keeps going. The endless story. Take care, everybody. Have fun.